Happy Saturday! So we are getting closer and closer to Yule, and I'm so excited, and Christmas and all the other holidays that we have here in December. So of course I'm all like decked out for you guys. And I got my excuse me, my Santa riding a unicorn sweatshirt. And I have my little like light earrings, but they don't blink or anything, but you know, I thought they were kind of cool. And I'm gonna need to be dressed up anyway because the dude and I are going to be down in Balboa Park for December nights tonight. We're gonna walk around December nights, but then we also have to help out at one of the booths from 8 to 11 p.m. tonight. We're gonna be selling gingerbread cookies. So, hey Sherry Bug, what's up? Excuse me. And hello from a train, Green Owl. That is so cool. Wow, you have like internet on the train. That is cool. That is cool. Where are you headed to? Timbuktu. So yeah, we're gonna be working down at Balboa Park, and I don't know if any of you guys are in the San Diego area or can make it down to San Diego. December nights is huge. There are literally thousands of people that come to December nights. And Angela Grady's here. Yay! She said, hello everyone. Happy to be catching you live. Well, yay, I'm happy that you're here. So yeah, December nights is, see, Green Owl said Peoria, not an exciting locale. Well, you know, I've never been to Peoria. Wasn't there a TV show? There was a TV show that was supposed to be like located in Peoria, and that's the only reason why I know maybe like kind of where that's at. And Solaria Willow's here. Hello, hello. So yeah, December nights so down in Balboa Park, there's all these international houses. So you have like the House of the Philippines, the House of Sweden, the House of Germany, House of Mexico, House of, you know, everywhere. House of India, like there's all these different houses. And so those houses are in charge of it's full of volunteers and things like that, and each of those houses is in charge of like keeping up the rich history of those places and cultures, and educating San Diegans, you know, of, you know, all the different places around the world. So a lot of the people that are in those houses, they're from those places, or they have family from those places. And so during December nights, those houses open up, and a lot of them, you know, they have the houses open so you could see like all about their country. They sell like goodies like specific to their country, like little treats and stuff. You know, is Christmas celebrated or not, like there, you know, it's kind of cool. Plus they have booths set up like outside where you can have like all these different foods. So there's like the food of Portugal, the food of the Philippines, like, you know, food of Spain, like, you know, it's so cool. So there's, you know, lines, and people are just like eating so much, you know. And then let's see, what else do they have over at December nights? They have like some rides set up like for, you know, kids and stuff like that. But ooh, all the museums are open, so that's the other cool thing, you know, because Balboa Park has all you know, our wonderful museums. And those that like Balboa Park, you know, that like area and all the museums was created for the World's Fair, and that's where Thomas Edison first like showed off all his like, hey, electricity, pretty cool, right? So it was like totally lit up back in the day, and that like was the exhibition, was like that there was lights. And so so yeah, it's done in like old Spanish like style, so it looks like it's really ancient. I mean, it's not, I mean, well, it's old. It was like built in like whatever, it was the 1902 World's Fair, something like that, early 1900s. So that stuff's pretty old, but it's Balboa Park is beautiful. It was meant to be like a stunner, because if you were hosting the World's Fair, like you were spending a lot of money to make, you know, those like everything look cool. So yeah, all the museums are open. We love to go into the Museum of Man, go see all like, you know, and then go like check out the dinosaurs and things like that. And then, yeah, so all the different houses are open, and yeah, just like, you know, a lot of good stuff. And in one of the museum places. There's going to be the San Diego Floral Society, where they have like all these different Christmas trees, and they're the different Christmas trees supposed to be decorated like all the different countries, which is kind of cool. And so my dude's best friend's mom called us up, and she was like, can you guys help out at the December nights? She's like, you know, everybody that works for the Floral Society is like ancient. They're like 70 and 80 years old, and these old people can't be staying up till like 8 and 11 p.m. So she says, can you guys work to the 8 to 11 p.m. shift? You're just going to be selling gingerbread cookies. And we're like, we gotcha. Okay, so let me go back. Green Owl said, all food on a stick tastes best. I know, right? Let's see. When I was in China, I had a scorpion on a stick. That was interesting. Sherry Bug, gonna lurk today. I'm studying for final exams next week. Ooh, good luck. Good luck. Yes. Sending good juju your way. My students don't have, I mean, for the high schools, their finals are not next week, but the week after. But next week, we're going to be prepping for the final exams. Like my seniors, like the last like school stuff I'm going to be doing with them is on Monday, and then Tuesday through Friday they're going to be getting into their groups for their group final exam. They're going to be doing a presentation, and then my freshmen, they're going to be finishing up the movie because they just finished reading the Odyssey, and so instead of showing them the movie like the actual, like, because there's a lot of like Odyssey movies, there's a lot of movies based off the Odyssey, like with the hero's journey. So some of the classes, like with the other teachers, are watching Harry Potter. I think some people are watching Percy Jackson. I'm showing them Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Because I just like really love that movie. So they're gonna finish watching that next week, and then they're gonna start prepping for their timed writing, which is gonna be on the Monday following that for finals, and then they got their actual like 150 question final exam during finals week. Let's see, Sharebug said, thanks, big written on Tuesday. Ooh, 40% of the grade, and then have 7 oral exams. That's rough. That's rough. Good luck, girl. Good luck. Everybody, send your good vibes her way. That's pretty rough. Let's see. And Max is here. Hey, what's up? So just talking about later on, gonna be over in Balboa Park. So hey, again, any of you guys in the area, like, come on over to Balboa Park for December nights. Gonna be thousands of people there. My favorite thing to do is to walk up near where our big famous fountain is and turn around, and you could just see like the sea of people, which is a picture, well, that I've taken many times, but one of the pictures is in my Oracle deck, so I was like, I have to put that picture in. And Wally, of course, I stuck him in the crowd. During the winter break that we have 2 weeks break, so we go on break like 3 days before Christmas or something like that. And I'm going to be working on the Wally's World. Like, okay, so I already have my cards, obviously, on the computer, like not in my hands. And I have to shrink the size because the printer thought that the size that I had was too big, and just for money's sake, I have to make them a little bit smaller, not too much. And I have to move around stuff that I have on my border so that it doesn't get cut off in the printing process. So I just have to go like remove stuff around in my border, and then I have to make them smaller. And then I have to call my dude's older brother, who's a graphic artist, and be like, can you help me with the cover of the cover of the box? I have to have help with the cover of the guidebook. And then I need like little help on how to set it up so that there can be gold foil on the cards, you know, where the symbols are, the triangles and the circles. So I'm hoping to get most all that done during the 2-week break, you know, because he's going to be coming down with his wife, so he's like going to be staying here. I don't know if they'll want to be on camera, but you know, I'll ask him. But you know, while he's here, like, hey, could you help me with this? Max said, ooh, loving the earrings. What necklace is that? Oh, okay. So the earrings, although they don't blink, I like them. They're just like little light bulbs that I got like years ago from my aunt, who's since passed away, but I like inherited a lot of her like big like holiday jewelry, which is cool. And then this necklace is cobalt quartz. So let's just turn that around there. So it is cobalt quartz. like cobalt aura quartz. Yeah, cobalt aura quartz. That's what it is. But yeah, I like it. It was one of the necklaces that I wore when I went with one of my good friends to Yosemite, and I think it's like really charged with that Yosemite energy now. So, and it really reminds me of that trip because that was such a magical trip with her and her two daughters. So, yeah. um, Max said, oh, yep, Sherry Bug is gonna ace that test. So, yes, yes. Okay. Well, I think I want to go get my tea before I really dive into everything. And ooh, there's a video that I want to make next week. I am actually behind on doing my favorites video, so I'll probably do that one for Monday. But I'll have my faves video. I want to, just for fun, I want to do like a, the book Bad Kitty? Like there's a series of books called Bad Kitty. It's like a little like cartoon character kitty. Well, there's a Christmas version of that book, like Bad Kitty's Christmas or something like that. And I thought it would just be kind of cute since Bad Kitty looks like Loki but acts like Wally. Um, if I just, maybe had the kitties out and, and it kind of sort of has been getting cold. I mean, when it was raining, it was cold, but I think later on next week it's supposed to rain again, so we can light a fire, have the Christmas tree all lit up, and then, just do like a, like, little kid, like Christmas story time, so you can bring your animals around, your dogs, your cats, your iguanas, and, what birds, whatever else you guys got. And, yeah, do a little story time, make a little story time video. Your kids, if you have kids, can watch the video. Be very, very PG. It's just, I'll just read like a Christmas story, and I just thought that would be like really cute. It just made me think of I don't know if you guys used to watch Mousterpiece Theater, not Masterpiece Theater. Remember Mousterpiece Theater with the Disney Channel? Like, I used to watch Mousterpiece Theater, and I thought that would just be like so cool. Like, I'm by the fire, I'm reading a Christmas story to you guys. So I thought that would be fun. So I'll make one of those videos next week. So I'll wait for the rains when it's actually cold, so that we have a reason to use one of our logs to light the fireplace. Okay. So I'm going to take you guys get downstairs because my tea was steeping, and I'm pretty sure it's done steeping now, so I can bring it on up here. Don't mind the mess in the house. We're in the middle of like doing a lot of laundry because we've been really busy, so we're really behind on our laundry, so there's like piles over there, and I've angled the camera in such a way that you guys do not see all the laundry. Angela Grady said, yes, love that show on Disney. I loved it. I was like, Masterpiece Theater was the best. I also used to get up at like 6 a.m. when I was a kid to Mousercise because I liked working out with Mickey Mouse. And then when I thought I was like too old to work out with Mickey Mouse, I had a VHS tape with Barbie aerobics, and it was like the stop animation, and so I used to work out with Barbie in the morning. Hey Keith! All right, so I'm taking you guys downstairs. Again, don't mind the house. We have to clean it up anyway. We're got to get everything nice for when the dude's older brother and sister-in-law come. And if I turn this around, you're going to see the lobster. Oh, oh, sleepy lobster. Yeah, sleeping on my herbs again. Yeah. Yeah, you take your nap. Yeah, okay. So, like I said, don't look at the mess. We're doing lots of laundry right now. Okay, so I'm just gonna go grab my tea. It is finished steeping. Yay! Okay, so, I think I could do this with one hand. Okay, so I just gotta take the little tea bag out of here. Ooh, ooh, kind of burning my fingers. Ah! You guys like my Christmas plate? That's what I eat my eggs off every morning. Okay, it is tea time. Oh, there's the tree, y'all. I can only hang the stockings when I do a video because if I leave them hanging there, well, I got two kitties, so I think you guys can put that together. Bad things would ensue. Okay, and then Wally's in his room glamping right now. He doesn't like to be disturbed when he's sleeping, so I have to keep the panther out. Okie dokie. And turning back around. Oh, I have to show you guys my leggings. Ooh, dude. It's got little kittens and like little pugs on them. They're so cute. I got these last year. Hey, New Age. How's it going? And actually, these tights were given to me, leggings were given to me last year around Christmas time from my boyfriend's cousin. Unfortunately, well, she's the one that passed away like the day after Christmas. But yeah, this was one of her last gifts. And I really love these leggings, so I made sure I was gonna wear like my other leggings, and all of a sudden like she popped into my brain. I was like, Kathy. Kind of felt like she was around, so I was like, Kathy's leggings will be with me because I know she would love to go to December nights, so it'll be kind of like her coming with me to December nights and, you know, checking out all the cool stuff and the museums and eating all the good food and then helping us sell gingerbread cookies for the Floral Society. Let's see, Keith said, so adorable. Angela, I need a pair of those leggings. Those are cute. Yeah, I have no idea where she got these though. Like she was just cool at like finding that stuff. New Age, my 15-year-old just got into college early admission for September 2019. Woo! I am so excited. Congratulations to him. Oh my gosh. that is cool. Wow. Yes, congrats. So a lot of good stuff going on here. You know, we got some, you know, early college admissions. We got Sherry Bug who's gonna crush her exams. So yeah, a lot of good stuff. See if this is drinkable yet. Let it cool down just a little bit. Okay, I wanted to show you guys some like the decks that I've been working with. I mean, one of them is a new deck, but everything else is like decks I've had for quite some time. I've really, even though, you know, I love like divining and reading from anything, basically. I love like bibliomancy and conchomancy and reading the clouds and you know, all that kind of stuff. You know, I love my tarot cards. I love my oracle cards. But I've been taking not really a break from tarot or oracle, not like, oh, I'm not going to work with that right now. It's more like I've just been really drawn to my like other card systems, and let me show you that. So let's see, Solaria said the last unicorn tarot is being foiled and I shall have my copy soon. Ooh, that is cool. Angela, I have to comment on your Hello Kitty astronaut peeking out by your table. She's the cutest thing. Oh, she is. Let me see, let me drop her. But yeah, the dude got this for me. I think this was last Christmas, so I always got to keep her helmet nice and shiny. Yes, so it's Space Hello Kitty, and she's genuine from our NASA space camp. So she is genuine Hello Kitty NASA. Because the dude knows I have loved everything NASA since I was born. Dinosaurs, like dinosaur archaeology stuff, NASA, and Egypt. Like I came out of the womb loving those three things. Like that's always been my jam. So how do how do you not have this? Angela, when we had a layover in Japan, I ran through the airport like a crazy person to buy Hello Kitty plushie in Japan. Oh my gosh! That is my thing, that one days, I'm gonna go to Japan and, okay, Japan's expensive, but one day I'm gonna go there and stay at the Hello Kitty hotel because they have one. Ooh, or fly Hello Kitty Air. These are goals. Hashtag goals. Hashtag gotta make much more money goals. Green Owl, I hear they found a T-Rex on the moon. That would be perfect. A T-Rex on the moon next to a pyramid. New Age, I really have a thing for cute stuffies and astronaut suits. I have 2 Buzz Lightyears. Oh my gosh. Oh, well, that reminds me then. Hold on. Let's see if Buzz is on my watch right now. Let me twist so you guys can see. Oh, okay, right now that's Woody, but sometimes you can get Buzz Lightyear. There you go. So there you go. You get your Buzz Lightyear. Okay, so oh yeah, I was going to show you other card systems that I've been working with. Okay. I knew you'd love it, New Age. Okay, so I have been busting out my Lenormand, you know, more lately, and this one is the Natalie Rose Winter Solstice Lenormand. You know, and most of the time when I'm using that, it's mostly when something's missing, because I can like almost 100% of the time, if something's missing and I use my Lenormand, I can find it. So like when I'm looking for timing and it's just about like almost 100%, it's not 100%, but like I'd say 95% of the time, the timing is always right, and the like 95% of the time I can find what I am looking for if something is lost. There needs to be more Christmas Yule themed decks. I agree, because I was like, oh well, maybe I'll like bust out some more of my Christmassy decks, and I have, you know, really the ones that I was more drawn to had more of a wintry theme to them, or they had more of a nature-based theme. So like the Green Man tree oracle that I have, you know, I was busting that out because there's like holly in there and stuff like that. Angela Gray has said, I found a Christmas oracle on Etsy for $20 and really enjoying it. Ooh, I think I know which one you're talking about, because I think somebody had mentioned that there was a Christmas oracle, and I looked at it and I thought that was pretty bomb diggity. So yeah, you guys, you know, if you're looking for maybe a cool oracle themed Christmas deck, definitely just type it into Etsy, and I'm pretty sure it'll pop up for you guys. Yeah, and then let's see, which other ones are like, they're not really Christmassy, but that is my Fairy Forest oracle. Like that just kind of seemed more wintry. My like Green Witch tarot seemed more kind of Christmassy. I don't think they're like meant to be Christmassy, but yeah, I just, you know, because I have a lot of like Halloween ones and and Samhain, so I was like, you know, maybe some Yule, some Christmas. Okay, I've also been busting out just regular pack of playing cards, and by the way, Bob Ross playing cards, found it on Urban Outfitters, freaking $5. The backs of the Green Witch Tarot says Yule Christmas to me. I know, right? That says, maybe that's why I like it so much. These Bob Ross cards, okay, I have to show you. Okay, first of all, these are the backs of the playing cards. These are just playing cards. They're linen playing cards. They got that cool like linen finish. But each card has a different original Bob Ross painting, and like a quote from him. Yes, New Age, Bob Ross is God. Like when I was younger, and all I had for paints was like watercolors, like the cheap watercolors that like you get for Christmas and like your birthday and stuff. And I would try to do what Bob Ross was doing, and I would try to mimic it on my on like printer paper, because that's the only paper we had. You know, remember the printer paper with the perforated edging, you know, with the holes on it, you know, because it was the big loud printers. There was a yeah, yeah, we still had that at the time. So actually, I still had that going into college. Anyway, so like, you know, I'd tear off the edges, I'd bust out my watercolors, and I would try to paint like Bob Ross. so so yeah, I mean, I kind of like read it with this, but I just really like the sayings, and yeah, I've really been liking my playing cards. Angela said, "Oh my god, oh my goddess, I need this in my life. I grew up watching Bob Ross with my granny, and now as an artist, he is a god, and I want to be as talented as him someday." He was awesome. He was always like just so chill and so cool. And you know what? We don't make mistakes. We make pleasant surprises. And you know, let's add a little squirrel friend in here. We're just gonna add a little squirrel friend. And there we go. Let's add in some more happy trees. And I was just like, and I'd sit there watching like KPBS, you know, and just like watch Bob Ross, and I'm like trying to paint like him. And I was like, Mama, I was like, but I want Bob Ross to be my friend, or at least be my uncle. That'd be really cool. So actually, let's give you guys a little Bob Ross wisdom. So let me see who all's in here. I know, okay, so I know, of course, New Age is in here. So New Age, let me give you a Bob Ross card. A little Bob Rossism. Bob Ross has to tell New Age, didn't you know you had this much power? You can move mountains. You can do anything. And that is the Joker card. See, that is cool. And Solaria Willow's in here. I'm just gonna give you guys all like some Bob Rossisms. Everybody who, I'm just like looking through the comments to see who's here. So Solaria Willow is she. Sherry Bug, I love that he is popular again. Watching him is like therapy. I know, right? Okay, Solaria Willow. Solaria Willow, okay. How did that happen? You got the exact same card. You saw me shuffling, right? I think you both need this message. Or New Age needed it twice. So, okay, so Solaria, you got the same message as New Age. Let's go Sherry Bug D. And I'm even gonna do a little, there you go. I did a little riffle shuffle because you can, because these are really thick linen cards. So hey, if you're looking for this, $5 on Urban Outfitters. I also had a coupon code, so maybe that's why it was like $5. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be more. It's not really expensive. Sherry Bug. There's nothing wrong with having a tree as a friend. And you got the 7 of Diamonds. So Sherry Bug, that's yours. That is your Bob Rossism. Angela Grady. Okay. Oops. Actually, no, that is your card. That one kind of like slowly turned over on its own. Okay, so this is your card then. And this is the Ace of Hearts. And success with painting leads to success with many things. It carries over into every part of your life. So Angela Grady, that was for you. Okay. Who else is in here? Oh, Keith. Okay, so let's give Keith a Bob Rossism. Do another little riffle shuffle. Oh, and I know Max is in here too. So okay, so got. Okay, well Keith, you can't have 20 cards, so you're just gonna have to. I'm gonna have to redo that. Angela said, "Yay, words of wisdom from Bob." Okay, so Keith, yours is sticking up here. Okay, so Keith, Wow, how are you guys getting like some of you guys are pairing up in like cards. So Keith, you got also the same message as Angela Greedy. Cool, cool. How is that happening? By the way, none of these cards repeat. Like they're all different. So interesting. Interesting. This could also be a message. You know, when the message comes twice and it's come twice like twice on two different cards. So maybe that's a message for me too. All right, Max. Let's see. What do we got for ya? I'm gonna riffle shuffle like twice, cause. Okay, Max. Ooh, riffle shuffle the other way now, so they don't get all bendy. Okay, there we go. Okay, this one's sticking out. All right, Max, you got the Ace of Spades. Go out on a limb, that's where the fruit is. I think that was my card the other day. Yes, so go out on a limb, that's where the fruit is. Max said, yes, yes. Okay, let me just see if I got everybody. Oh, I know. Okay, Green Owl's in here too. She'd be on the train. I think that's everyone. I think so. Okay, so Green Owl. All right. Max said, love it. I got it. You are all right. You are welcome. And I'm glad that Bob Ross was able to impart some wisdom for you. Okay, so Grün Eule. Okay, so I was shuffling and this card threw itself upside down. You are welcome. So this is going to be Green Owl's card, and it's the 7 of Clubs. Every painting is going to be different, and that's what makes it great. So while you are riding on the train, let that soak in, let that Bob Ross ism soak in. Okay, did I have anybody else in here who I have missed and would like a Bob Rossism? Ooh, let me pull one for myself. I mean, while I'm sitting here shuffling. Okay, let's see. Bob Ross, what you got for me, dude? Okay, that one just like spun out. So this one is also 8 of Clubs. Now then, let's wash the old brush. That's the fun part of this whole technique, okay? Shake off the excess and just beat the devil out of it. That is awesome. That is so cool. I get it. I get it. I get it. I like it. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. I love my Bob Ross cards. So yeah, the box looks like this. If you guys were like looking to grab, you know, a Bob Ross deck again, you know, could be like on Urban Outfitters, probably between like $5 and $10. I got mine for $5, so I'm pretty good with deals and get stuff pretty cheap. Solaria, I'm gonna watch some Bob Ross after this. I've actually looked up like a few things on YouTube. Like sometimes when you're feeling like, I don't know, like kind of having a crappy day, or not a crappy day, but just like a low energy day. Like sometimes I do like to watch, like go on YouTube and like find some old Bob Ross videos, or just like any like maybe old things that I used to watch like from my childhood, just kind of, you know, just kind of pumps me up a little bit. Like watching a little bit of Shira, which I do have like the whole DVD like box set of like Shira, because that is my nickname. That is what my dad calls me, is Shira. Like I loved Shira. I had the Crystal Castle. I had almost all the figurines. I had Catra. I wanted to be Catra, by the way, which is like her sister. And like I even had the Horde. Like I had, oh my gosh. I even had like the mask that you could put on, like Shira's like mask. I had her sword. I had her shield. I had the like gold like plastic like wrist guards. Like yes, I was all Shira. Let's see. Angela in the process of ordering the deck right now. There you go. New Age. I go watch Care Bears or managers, Masters of the Universe. There you go. Sherry Bug watching Scrubs when she's feeling down. Solaria, my kids are so into Shira, Princess of Power right now. Oh, that's so cool. Angela, Shira. I had a hermit crab named after Shira. That's cool. I had a bracelet. It was a blank like nameplate bracelet, and my dad had always wanted to go get it engraved and put Shira on there, but he never did. So I always like he's like, oh, like he would call it my Shira bracelet, even though it never ended up saying Shira on it. Like that was meant to be my Shira like bracelet. Okay, so yes, obviously, you know, have been into my playing cards, my Lenormand cards. And then what's been coming with me everywhere is, well, is this bag. And what's in this bag are 2 decks. And one is my old Gypsy fortune telling cards. Let me see, Max, I was showering with Shira. So, oh, so yeah, like Shira everything. Oh, yes. So I try not to use these too much, but I do like using them just because those are really old. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just like looking at some of the comments. Okay, but the one that I'm really using quite a bit is these like Gypsy cards, and they are in a few different languages, not just German. But let's open her up so you guys can see, because I love using it. I got this off of Etsy, I think. It was like somebody was just like selling a bunch of like old decks from Russia, but they're in German. And these are the backs of the cards, and they're very thick, by the way. And we were kind of like guessing they're like from the 30s. They're kind of mungy on the side from being held, you know, for so many years. And let's see, there's like one card. I guess it's kind of like a different color than the rest of the cards. Like it's whiter, I guess. I don't know. I can't really find it right now, so I guess that's fine. But here you would have, you know, the word in a few different languages. You have you know, fiend, and you have enemy, and you have a couple other languages down here. And there is one card that I was like kind of bummed. It was like a printing error, and it had nothing to do with the person who sold the deck, because they weren't like quite familiar with these cards. They didn't really like know what was supposed to be in there. There's a blank card, and this is meant to be the child card. But then I was like, I could still use this deck because the child card is supposed to also mean like new beginnings. And so to me, having a blank card means like clean slate, like new beginnings, something new, you know, purity, white. And I was like, oh, I could still use this deck. But yeah, I just been really drawn to it. I've been using it quite a bit. And so if I were to pull like a message for us, actually, let's do that. Let's pull a message for us. I'll pull 3 cards. That's kind of how I've been using it. And I use it kind of like some of the cards look like Lenormand cards, so I'll read it kind of like Lenormand, but kind of oracle too, kind of going off the keyword. So I don't know, it's interesting. So oops, nope. So let's do a message for all of us. Let's mess 1, 2. Let's pull another card. And 3. Okay, so that'll be number 3. Put this down. Okay, so we have basically like the priest, church. And then we have constancy. And then we have enemy. So there we go. Oh, okay. Okay. Give me a chance to kind of take a look-ski at these. But I think I already know what that meaning is for us. Okay. Okay, so I know that a lot of us have different practices, different spiritual practices, and no matter what your practice is, if it's just like just you just call it a spiritual practice, or you have a witchy practice, or and there's different types of witchy practices. Some people have just kind of more of like maybe more of a Buddhism type practice, and there's different sects of Buddhism, and no matter what you're doing for your practice, I'm kind of seeing that to let your practice become stagnant, that's like the enemy. That's kind of what pushes people away from their practice. Like it's like I keep doing the same thing over and over again, like I always do this, or I always make a circle this way, or I'm always doing this in my practice, and it's become boring. And so therefore some people may think, well, maybe then this practice isn't for me, and so I'm gonna go find something else. And so I'm seeing like no need to like find a completely different, belief system or practice. It just means shaking up the practice that you already have, and like figuring out why you do the things that you do. Like when you cast a circle, um, how you do it, is that resonating with you anymore? Like maybe you need to do more of an elemental circle. Maybe you need to actually physically throw some salt down when you cast a circle. I'm saying just for one example of like one type of practice, a practice that actually casts circles. And so maybe just changing it up instead of just like completely throwing the whole like your whole practice out the window, because you're like, none of this is like resonating anymore. I don't feel it in my heart anymore. Like I don't think this is for me. It's like maybe it's just become stale, and you need to figure out why you're doing certain things that you do within your spirituality. Um, and perhaps you've outgrown that part, or maybe your belief systems have changed a little bit, and so you just need to kind of like a Bob Ross painting, just instead of discarding the whole painting and starting over, you just work with what you got, and you just like change it up a little bit. And and the more you change it up, the more you start to like it, because you make it more of your own again. So that's kind of just what I was getting with ecclesiastic and constancy and enemy. So just a message for all of us, you know, myself, you guys. So hopefully that resonates with some of you guys, of just like, switching things up in your practice instead of like trashing the whole thing altogether. Okay. So yes, I've been working with those, and then, okay, this deck that I'm going to show you next is a new deck. But I've been going insane for Kippur cards. Like, I only have one Kippur deck now, and it's a new deck. And it's the Card Geeks Kippur. So I showed you guys last week that I got the Card Geeks like Kippur like how-to book. And I'm really liking the system. I haven't really done any spreads yet, because I'm really trying to connect to the cards and the meanings of the cards, and like what trigger words, things that are going to come up in my mind when I read with them. Green Owl said that art style reminds me of William Blake. Ooh, you know what, you're right. Yeah. um let's see. Oh wow, I have to go back. You guys were writing stuff. I missed it. Oh, New Age was talking to Max, needing to start with maybe He-Man and then Shira. Green Owl said the Shira and He-Man Christmas movie are epic. I haven't seen that in so long. I need to go back and watch that. Okay, so I've kind of kept the cards in order. So the cards back here are the cards I've already like been working with, because I'm just going one by one with the cards. So this was card one here. So these are all the cards that I've already been working with, and I want to go in order. So the next card that I'm working with is this one, which is Sad News, and then I'll just like keep going this way. But what I like about the Card Geek is that Well, her name is Tony Poole or Poulet. um, she said that although, this is not like, the normal art style that you would see in a Kippur deck, the directional and the symbols and everything that are in these cards, the way that they're done, is very, very like as traditional as it goes. And she lives in Germany currently. She's hails from England, but lives in Germany, and she lived there for quite some time now. And she said she basically had some older women who grew up doing Kippur, and reading Kippur, and so she's like taught from like where it originated, you know. So yeah, I just thought that was pretty cool. And so yes, right now I am still on sad news. So it kind of tells you like what does it mean when there's a card before sad news. So let's say you have sad news, the card before it, which would mean the way she's facing. So the card right here, that would be here. What the card sad news has an effect on. So what would the sad news have an effect on? And then behind the card, so kind of behind her back here, what causes the grief or what the sad news stems from. So this is where it's coming from, and this is what it is having an effect on. And so I like that everything is very, they call it very situational. I like, like if they're going on a journey, and you're looking at the card, you're reading like the two cards below and then the card that's like, diagonal, from it. And it's just, I just like, how you're looking at which way the people are facing, kind of like in Lenormand too. But it's just, I don't know, I just really like the system. Let's see. Oh, okay. And so here's just a little bit, like, let's say on this card. And maybe you guys read Kippur cards too. Well, I'm like obviously not an expert. I'm like learning it right now, but I think it is so cool. Like I'm really digging the system. So it has a little quote. It says, "This too shall pass," and that's by Brenda Mevo's mom. Like she has different quotes from different like family members and friends. The person is a grieving widow. This would be a negative experience. In the auspicious, meaning if this is like in front of your main character, like something they can see, then the news is not as bad as you fear. But if it's behind their back, something they can't see, the inauspicious, sad news is hard to deal with. This type of card is called a cause and effect card. Like some of them are considered like stop cards, connector cards, and things like that. And here you have your cause and effect card. The key words here are grief, negative news, unpleasant situation, disappointment, emotional or psychological issues. The tradition is when it is close to card 1 or 2, which are your main character cards, the male and the female, it won't be long before something unpleasant comes along. Sad news is not always news. It is a card that signifies a drop in emotions, something or someone that brings us down. The closer to the main character, the more unpleasant the experience will be. So again, everything's like situational, like how close, like proximity and things like that. It can range from a slight annoyance to major grief, especially if fatality is close by. The main characteristic of the card is the longing for something not to be. It is a situation that you do not have control over and have to accept the unpleasantness. External forces of a negative nature that you have to live with. Imagine the feeling you get when you feel empty and cry for days upon the loss of a relationship. This is sad news at its core. The significator, what unpleasant situations can the querent expect? And then it has like, what would this mean if it came up in a love reading, in a work reading, technology reading, a health reading. If you're looking for something, it's somewhere where you wish it wasn't, or it's near the Kleenex. And then like if this were timing, it's soon when it is close to the main character. The advice here is let it go. It's my party and I'll cry if I want to. Prepare yourself for the worst. Stop being so pessimistic. And then the faux ami, which is like, other cards that it can be confused with, but do not confuse it. Do not read it as such. sad news, sorrow, and gloomy thoughts. It says all three of those cards are not the same cards. Don't mix up our down cards, and always remember with Kippur to play detective and seek out the situation. Sad news can cause sorrow and gloomy thoughts, but it cannot be them. Sorrow and gloomy thoughts reserve the right to be down and to show situations in which we are stressed to the max, hence sorrow, and wondering how we can go on, which are your gloomy thoughts. But they will not be the negative feeling that comes along with sad news. This card is an empty feeling, unpleasantness coming our way. It is a situation that we don't know about yet. It will be news to us when it arrives that will cause pain to the queer. So if it's behind your main character, they could also be hiding their pain. If it's in front of their main character, then it could be an unpleasant situation coming to them. If it's below them, then they are frustrated. If it's above them, meaning like their thoughts, then they are worried. And then it kind of goes into like a deep dive, like if if certain other cards were in the reading, what this could mean. And they have example combinations. If this card were paired with another card, it would mean that your partner is being unfaithful, or if this card were paired with something else, it would mean that there's something suspicious going on. So yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. And then the back of the book, that's where you're gonna get all your spreads and everything. So I can't wait to actually like get to that part, because right now I'm just I already read through the cards, but now that I have the cards, because they came all the way from Germany, I am like taking each of the cards and I'm like reading all this stuff, and I'm like really trying to let that card like sink into my brain. So I want to take my time with it, because obviously I have other card systems that I could be using right now, but I really feel like I need to take my time with Kippur, because I feel like a really deep connection. And I don't know if it's like because I have German ancestry, and that probably doesn't even make a difference, but I don't know, I just feel like I just really feel like I need to learn that system, and I don't know why. It just like hit me one day. It was like, you're learning Kippur now, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I don't know if you guys ever get that, but I just, yeah, so I'm very enamored with this system, and I really like the art on these cards, and I like the writing in the book, and it's just, and the book was like $30 some, but I think it's worth it. It's a good book. Okay. Sherry Bug, is there a William Blake tarot? That would be awesome if it was. Well done. Yes. That's a good question. There's so many different like tarot decks and stuff out there. Aha. That would be good. That would be good. Or one of you guys could create one. Okay. Also wanted to show you what I've been keeping with me for probably like a week and a half now. And I've been keeping it in this little like faux velvet purple bag, is 2 stones. And I've been like sleeping with them underneath my pillow. I've been taking them to work, and I feel like these 2 stones work really well together. Well, one's not actually like a stone, but okay, so it's my rhodochrosite, which is a beautiful pink stone, and actually I have a unicorn head carved out of rhodochrosite on my altar. Okay, it's my rhodochrosite unicorn head. It's like kind of like one of my goddesses actually, that I keep on the altar, and I'm gonna set her back because I feel like she needs to get put back there. Okay, and you guys got to see the leggings again. Yeah, so it's the rhodochrosite and moldavite. This is my only piece of moldavite, because moldavite's freaking expensive. But I happened to catch a good deal on this one, and I kind of feel like the green man's face is in here. At the Del Mar Fair, in the Rocks and Gems like section, like if you go on the last day of the fair, a lot of the like people at the booths, the vendors, they're like trying to get rid of as much inventory as possible before they move on to the Orange County Fair, which is right afterwards. And so I was like looking at this, and when I first looked at it on like the first day of the fair, like, oh, it's $50. I'm like, $50 for like a little thing? Like, no. I can get a lot of other things for $50. But then on the last day of the fair, this was like $20. And I was like, hmm. And normally I haven't, I mean, when I first got it, it was super hot and I felt like I needed to work with it. So I got it, and then after I brought it home, it went cold. And I was like, what? So then I didn't work for it for a long time. And then only recently have I actually really started to work with it again. But I felt like rhodochrosite had to be with it because I feel like it's too intense if it's on its own. But when you put the two together, it just became magic. And my dreams are off the heezy, by the way. And at school, I feel more clear-headed. And I feel like I'm making a deeper connection with my students, and I feel like they're more calm. So I've been keeping it with me. Okay, let me just go back. New Age, I can't carry that on its own because I legit bounce into space. Angela, I have a tiny piece of moldavite and it is so energetic and active. Yes, which is why I think that the two together are a match made in heaven. Sherry Bug, demorturite makes my dreams go just crazy. Ooh, I have demorturite. I wonder if I could throw that under my pillow tonight. Okay, let me tell you my dream last night. I don't remember the whole dream, but I remember at least the part until I woke up because I was still kind of dreaming as I woke up and I was like really out of it. And I knew I was dreaming. Like what was cool last night is because at a certain part I was like, I'm dreaming and I'm trying to tell all the people there. And I'm like, do you guys know that you're just in my head right now? Like, do you guys know that I'm dreaming? And they're like, no, like they're trying to convince me that I'm not in a dream. And I was like, no, I know that I am. I know where I am. I'm in my bed right now. I know that, I'm asleep. It's probably like 2 a.m. right now. I'm dreaming. More with this, I know I'm dreaming and it's kind of cool, but I'm having like really cool adventure dreams. Green Owl, I've been carrying amber and pyrite the past few weeks. That's a cool combo. Amber and pyrite. I'm gonna have to try that out. That is a cool combo. So last night's dream, there was this person which was a former student of mine, but she had aged to where she was like my age. It was interesting. And she was like working the like the gallows, I guess. Or like in the middle of the desert. It's kind of like the Wild West almost. And it's like there's like no real law that's going on. It's just like these townspeople have decided that these group of people, myself included, are gonna be hung. And she is like made herself kind of like an unofficial sheriff. She has decided because of her money and power that she can kind of like do whatever she wants. And so she has decided she didn't like these like 5 people, myself included, and so that she was going to have them hung. The people that are with me, number one is Arnold Schwarzenegger from his Terminator days. So the Terminator is with me. But he's like in overalls. It was kind of odd. And then there was like a few other people, which I knew them in my dream, but I don't know them. And I think that Arnold Schwarzenegger was the only like famous person there in my dream. And so we were being given a choice. And so it was like this big hole that had been put into the ground and the gallows were like over it. And there was like a noose hanging down and basically they have you on this ledge and then they like shove you off the ledge so that there's like this big drop and that's, where you snap your neck and die. And you look down and it's just like dirt and like some rats and stuff down there. And you're like given a choice of, do you want to be hung with a bag over your head or like no bag, like a black cotton bag or something, like you don't want to see, like maybe you don't want to see or you don't want people to see your face when you're hung or something like that. And so you're being given a choice. And when it was like my turn to be hung, I started thinking in my brain, and this is all in my dream, by the way. I'm like, so this is it. I'm gonna have to experience death again. And so, in my dream, like I already know that I've died many times before, and I was like, and it's just unpleasant the moment before I die. And I was like, and especially knowing that that's coming. And so it's like all this stuff in my brain of like, I just want to go fast, and and all of a sudden I start thinking about, I know what's on the other side though. Like I know, and as I'm like walking closer to the gallows, I start knowing what happens the moment you die. Like there's I don't know, like it's so weird. Like I know the moment where you still feel like you're in your body, and there's like a brief moment of pain, but it's so brief your brain doesn't even have time to register that it's pain. Um and then I know that all of a sudden I'm like with these other energies, and that I'm an energy, and and like that life is done. And it was interesting, like such a crackhead dream, right? um and so then I get closer, and that's when I realize I'm dreaming. And so I'm trying to tell the girl, who's being played by my former student, who has age progressed to my age. um and then let's see. A lady in Kuwait. Can you tell me if this is a Taurus? Is a soulmate connection? I'm an Aquarius. I'm just kind of doing um little dream stuff here, and maybe you can help with some interpretation. um, but so yeah, I try telling them, you're just a part of my dream, and you're being created for some purpose. And I even tell Arnold Schwarzenegger, I was like, listen, you're Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, there's no way in hell I'd actually be hanging out with you in real life if I wasn't dreaming. So, and you are not this young anymore. Like, you are much older. I was like, I know I'm dreaming. I know that I'm not actually in the desert right now. And so, so then all of a sudden it was like, oh, okay. So then your friends are magically back alive. Like everybody who was once hung is now back alive. Cause I was like, of course they're alive, because they never could actually die, cause I am in a dream. And so then I'm like, okay, so let's continue our adventure. And our adventure was, we were looking for something. I forgot what it was that we were looking for, and we were searching. But we were having a good time doing it. Like we were getting in all kinds of trouble, but like it was like this fun journey that we were all on. Um, so yeah, so I don't I don't know, maybe you guys can help me out with that dream interpretation, cuz I don't know. All I know is that it was crazy. And then when I was sleeping with this little like Moldavite rhodochrosite before, I had a dream that I was showing something, and all my students put their heads down, and they were all asleep. So, um, and then the next day at school, when I started showing their movie, I turned around to see almost all my students' heads were down. Like I literally dreamt that they fell asleep, and they did. So I don't know. Okay, so a lady in Kuwait said, your soul's meant for a reason, even in the dream world. Sometimes some things play out in the spirit world to fulfill a greater purpose. Maybe he needed to hear something from you. Um, maybe. Like maybe I was actually hanging out with some other souls in my dream, and as crackheady as my dream was, and just like I don't know. Maybe we need it. Maybe there really were some other energies actually hanging out with me in my dream. That would be very interesting. Very interesting. um, so yeah. I don't know. If you guys have some Moldavite, and maybe you have some rhodochrosite, maybe you guys go try that out. Okay. How are we doing on time? We're at 63 minutes. Okay. Let me have some tea. Okay. So what I want to do, how many people do we have in here? We have 12 people. Okay. So there's something I want to do with you guys. Lady in Kuwait said, beautiful. Yes, I love those stones. They're so gorgeous. Oh, and the my cat mug. I got this actually at what's that called? The World Market? Yeah, World Market in one of our malls, and it's just got green tea inside, but and it's got my lipstick on it, but it doesn't come with pre-lipstick. Okay, so before, when I have read for you guys, like sometimes I read cards. I think I pulled a seashell for you guys last time. I have looked into your heart chakra before. I've looked into I think I think all I looked into was the heart chakra before. I have like done body scans for you guys before, just like practicing stuff. But I really want to see what's going on here. So like tapping into the energy that's going on in your gray matter that is in your head. So I wonder like if I can do that. So I just want to practice. So like everything, you guys are just my spiritual guinea pigs. I just like to practice. You know, I'm not like a super spiritual guru or anything. So if you don't mind me just tapping into what's going on here, then, you know, I can give it a try. So let me go back. Whoa. Let me go back. You guys have all been talking and I haven't been able to read everything. Green owl. Too much Sacha fried rice. Yes. I don't, well, I like its Asian expression. I am part Asian. I can have Asian things. Lady in Kuwait said that energy fluctuates a lot. And then Sherrybug, oh, be scared, be very scared. Oh, now you want to enter our brains. Oh, Angela's game. Angela's game. And Lady in Kuwait said a lot of thoughts, a lot of analysis. Green Owl, I just picked up a new bottle of Bayer last night. Try me. That's awesome. Deleting all Robert Downey Jr. thoughts. So I don't think I'm actually going to be able to like read your minds because I don't know about like mind readers, but I'm gonna I'm gonna try to get the energy that's coming off of this area though. So it could be something that's on your mind right now, or maybe something that, you know how they always say that we use like this percentage of like this, you know, like we don't use 100% of our brain. We barely, we don't even use half of our brain. Like we use like a of our brain. So why don't I try to tap into the other part that we're not really using, if that makes sense. I wish I could do that for myself, actually. Actually, that's something I want to do later for myself. But anyway, okay, so we got some people who are game. You know, and if you don't want to, I totally understand. Some people are like, why do you want to get in my head? So I thought that maybe if I just like tap into a part that is maybe not consciously open to us, so this would probably be more of our subconscious that's up here, and maybe just bring it to the forefront to you, or maybe it's something that you kind of already knew but we're just like not sure if you know, like just hey, this is kind of what I'm getting from your brain right now. So I think that would be fun. Sherrybug, me of course, always willing to be a guinea pig. Keith, she's allowed to have Asian things, yes. Lady in Kuwait, I want to know about this Taurus, if he's a soulmate connection. If you can pick mental images. Well, we'll see what's on the brain for you. Okay. Let me have some more tea, and New Age Lunatic, if you don't mind, writing down everybody's name. Let me go back and see who was first there. Okay, so I think Angela Grady was the first one, but yeah. So yeah, New Age, if you don't mind writing everybody's name down, and then we'll go. So Angela Grady, you are going to be first. Actually, I have never tried this before, but while I was getting ready for my live chat, it just came to me that says try this with your friends. So you guys are my friends. I'm gonna try. um, are you sure I'm not drinking some potion? Let me show you. It is just green tea. I mean, I could put good vibes in it, good juju, but it's just green tea. Double matcha green tea. Okay, Angela Grady. Here we go. And remember when I get stuff, it could be in songs, could be in pictures that I see, could be in feelings. So I've never tried this, so I'm gonna try a different kind of connection protection thing. So here we go. Okay, it's really interesting. I'm getting all these like, okay, so let me tell you guys what I'm seeing, like how I'm seeing. Like I've asked all my guides to like please guide me because I've never done this before. And so it's like as if there is this like glowing brain, I guess, in front of me with all these things coming out of it like towards me. So I keep seeing all these like pink flowers like coming up from the brain. Um, and then I keep seeing like a repetition, not the whole little girl, but just more like the hand. And I know that she's little, probably like 3 or 4 years old, and she's got one of these pink flowers and she's like handing it to somebody, but I can't really see the person. And then off in the out of the corner of my eye, all I can see are the paws of a cat, like white paws, gray cat, like I don't know, like the so it's kind of interesting, and it's just like because there's a lot of thoughts and images going on, but all I see, the one that plays over and over, is like picking a flower and like giving it to mom or something, and then there's like a cat nearby, or maybe it's grandma, but giving it to a female figure, an older female figure. It could be mom, could be grandma, and having this like gray cat with the white paws. I can only see the front of the cat, so I don't really know what the rest of the cat. Actually, all I see are from here to here on the cat, like the cat's paws are crossed, so I don't really know what the rest of the cat looks like. I don't even know what its eye color is. Um, just liking collecting flowers. Um, and I think you're at somebody else's house. You're very young. Just collecting flowers and handing it to this older person. Again, could be grandma, could be mom, could be aunt, but I'm kind of getting grandma or mom. But it's just like something with the flowers. Okay, that's kind of all I get. It's that was just interesting because it was like all these like things were like happening, like all these like you're getting thrown all these like phrases and words and pictures and everything, but then you like focus on the flowers that are coming at you. Angela said I'm coloring a pink rose right, and that cat sounds like my first cat Bandit, and he would be connected to my mom and granny. Holy crap. That is awesome. um but yeah, it was just like pink flowers kept coming off the top of your brain. um and then it was just like handing the pink flower to this older person, and then all I could see is those paws of the cat. Like that's all I see. So perhaps maybe while you're coloring the flower, just kind of like um maybe just either that's like spirit letting you know they're with you right now, or maybe they're on your mind but just kind of at the back of your mind right now. So maybe that's just kind of how I would interpret it. Either, I mean, there probably are with you right now, but you know, with being with you right now, but they're also at the back of your mind, even if they're not consciously at the forefront of your mind of like, hey, you know, I am thinking of my mom and my grandmother right now and my old cat. You know, it's more like they're always at the back of your mind. Um, that was cool. All right. Good first try. Okay, so I'm Green Owl, yes. Cypress Hill, Insane in the Membrane. And yes, New Age. Needing some names for some brain zapping. um, okay, so Angela said totally makes sense. That is cool. That is. Let me just kind of sever your connection real quick so I can try to connect to somebody else too. Whew, that was cool. I hope, I don't know, that helps you in some way. I just kind of felt like I needed to do this, so hopefully this like helps you guys in some way, because I'm always trying to do something, then hopefully it actually helps people. It's not just for like craziness, but like for like helping people. So I hope that helps. Okay. I knew there were other people. Okay, so I think, okay, so Sherry Bug. Okay, all right, so Sherry Bug D. All right. Okay, Sherry Bug, here we go. Okay, wow. Okay, so Sherry Bug, I kept trying to pull you in kind of like I was, like the way I was seeing Angela. Um, and I was seeing the same thing, you know, with the brain and everything, but and I know you, I think you said, you know, you've had horses before, so it was more like, you know, coming from like a horse's brain kind of, so getting that, so obviously, I mean, because we talked about that before, but you know, like horses, but that's not really what I saw was on your brain. But I mean, obviously, if I'm getting the horse symbolism, it's of course always back there. um but it was like you're in the middle of like cooking or baking something. Maybe not right now, but it just that I heard oh shit really loud, where you were like measuring out flour or something like that, and like you drop the measuring thing. It's just a little plastic like measuring scoop, and it was like you were measuring something out and like you dropped it and you're like shit, like you're like really frustrated, like you're trying to like bake, and it's like I get this feeling like you're trying to do something like somebody else. And this could be like for the holidays, maybe because our holidays are coming up, and maybe this is just a past memory or something that actually just like happened. I don't really know time frames right now. um, but it was just like a getting frustrated, like I just want to do this. And why does it seem so hard for me? Like the cooking, the baking. um so yeah, Sherry Bug, that's what I was getting. I just saw the little like plastic scooper, like full of flour or something like that, like putting it into the mixing bowl, like you're gonna make or bake something, and just like it getting knocked against the bowl and like dropping the scooper and just like shit. And then just like this feeling of frustration came over me, like why can't I do it like this person? Like I think you're trying to emulate somebody who bakes something in your family, like you're trying to make what they made or something like that, or you're trying to keep up some sort of tradition, and it was just like Just frustration, baking and frustration. That's all I got. And dropping the scooper. So Sherry Bug said it actually makes sense. So I'm glad. It was just like this, like, God damn it, like shit. Like, um, so have patience. Now I know she's going to probe my brain. I can't stop thinking about Robert Downey Jr. Get out, Robert. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. If all I get is Robert Downey Jr., I'm gonna laugh. It's just gonna be like little dancing Robert Downey Jr. It's just like. Okay, whew. All right, all right. Gotta drink this before it gets cold. It's lukewarm right now, which is okay. All right, so New Age, who do we have next? Is it you? And I'm getting full of energy, so I gotta clean, clean, clean. It's me and Robert. I think the baking is symbolism for class. I have a frustrating time with my oral exams. They are tough, etc. Oh yeah, that could be that too. All the different ingredients could be, everything that you've learned and just basically trying to put it all together to make something out of it, which would be to ace your oral exams. Ah, baking and testing. That's awesome. No, that makes sense. Excuse me. Okay, New Age. I'm gonna tell Robert Downey Jr. get out of your head. Well, we'll see what he's doing in there. Hopefully nothing naughty. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay, so just like the other two people before you, again, I keep seeing like what is like a shiny, sparkly brain, like light, emitting from it. And so I was seeing a girl and like, like your stereotypical like little girl wants to be a ballerina, like little pink leotard, pink tights, like little tutu. Um, and it's like wanting to and again, this is like going back to like 3 or 4 years old. Everybody's got like 3 and 4 year olds on the brain. But like 3 and 4 years old, just wanting to be pretty, and it's like look at me, grandma, like like look at me, like I'm a pretty like ballerina or a pretty princess. And then I feel like there's another kid in the picture. I just can't see them. All I can see is the arm with like like a little kid's like magic wand with like the little gold star at the top of like the little wand, and like this kid is like teasing you, like hitting you on top of the head when you're trying to be a pretty ballerina. Um so this person is like either similar age to you, like this could be a cousin, brother, something. I don't know, neighbor kid or something, but just like, I think this was your wand and they grabbed it and they're like hitting you on the head with it, and you're like, stop! Like, you're like, grandma, I'm a pretty ballerina. Like, you're just trying to show off like how pretty you are. Like, you just want to be pink and pretty. As this like little kid. So that could be like a metaphor in your head for something, but I just keep seeing like, who is this rotten kid that like hit you on the head with this? And it was like, I don't know, like you wanted to be this pretty, like you wanted to be pretty and pink, and then I don't know, like you felt like maybe you have to like go kick this little boy's butt, like for hitting you on the head, like and this is where like your like tomboy comes in, you know. Okay, so New Age, I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but it was just like I kept seeing like this like little girl wanting to put on like a show for her grandma, like look how pretty I am, like all dressed up, like I'm pretty, and like wanting to put on like a little performance like in the living room or something like that. And like I just saw like the arm of this like little boy who like it like had taken your wand or something, was just like hitting you on the head, and you're like, stop, like and like having this like rivalry with this kid. I don't know who this kid was. It felt like it was a boy, but you know, so I don't know. That was interesting. So yeah, okay, hold on, going into low power mode, so let me plug it into the battery. There we go. Ta-da! All right. New Age is saying that's interesting. So yeah, it was just, I don't know. And like I said, it could be a metaphor for something. I'm trying to look at the part of your brain that people don't tap into very much, but it was just like this like rotten kid hitting you on the head, and I just felt like you wanted to go like beat this kid. But you really just wanted to be pretty and pink, and like just wanted to put on a performance for your grandma, just like, look at me, like I'm pretty. Like I'm a little ballerina or a little princess, like whatever, like just like look at me. So yes, quite interesting. Okay, who else did we have? I know we had I know somewhere in there, Green Owls has some more bear. And then Lady in Kuwait, I think is around in there somewhere. So just let me know who is next, New Age, and then okay. Okay, so I think Green Owl. Oh, Lady was next. Okay, so Lady in Kuwait, and then I think yeah, Green Owl is here. Hold on, I'm looking back at your stuff. Max said, was I called? I'm just a little bit busy, and not yet. So I know Max is in here too. Okay, so Green Owl's after. Okay, so Lady in Kuwait, Green Owl, and then we probably have Max. Okay, all right. So Lady in Kuwait. Lady in Kuwait has a, well, currently has something on the brain. Talking about like some relationship with somebody or some person, but we'll see what else is there. Okay. Okay. So as I kind of brought in your energy a little kind of all over the place, so I had to like use some of my energy, just kind of calm it down just a little bit, because there was a lot of stuff coming off of it. So then what I really started seeing, and again, this could all just be symbolic, but it was like a pen, but the pen was like a rose pen. Like there's this beautiful rose at the top of the pen. And I just see kind of like doing like calligraphy, and then like this beautiful like circular design, but then it like swoops down, and then there's like another circle. So almost like the two of pentacles like connection, you know, the circle, 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 circle. So again, like a balance and possibly choices. Um, And as like you're swirling down to like the second swirl, like drawing like with this pen, the rose dies. Like the rose that's at top of this pen, it like dries up, it turns dark, and it's like it dies. Um so I don't know, it's just like, you know, like old school, like and this could all be metaphor, like maybe how you picture things like by candlelight and cool, like using calligraphy and like writing things out, and it's just like a symbol, like this circular symbol, and then it like swoops down and makes another like circle, like all in one swoop, not taking the pen off the page. And I think this circle represents one person, this circle is like another person. And then it's like you know, the rose is okay up here, the rose at the top of the pen is okay up here, but when it swoops down, it dies. It's like a dried up rose. Kind of like my dried roses. I just actually, like, a couple of days ago, I had some dried roses, and I put them away in my jars, but it was kind of like that. Do you see anything else? Mm-mm. That's it. So that's all I see. That was, whew. So it was like kind of being where it's dark, and there's like a candlelight and like doing calligraphy. So this could be symbolic of something, but just like calligraphy, like going like this and then going woo, and then circle, 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 and like using this beautiful pen with like this rose at the top, and then it's like a rose, and then it like kind of starts to croak. So um, I don't know, you try to make sense of that, but that's just kind of like what I saw coming off. So very interesting, very, very interesting. You guys have all had some interesting images. Okay, Grun Oila. She has taken her bear, I hope. Okay. Doing that makes me hot. Okay, here we go. Just cutting the connection so I can just focus on green owl. So I just kind of like whatever strings I see, I just like imagine that they're gone, and just, you know, I kind of put up like a little chop. So it's just like my energy again. Okay, green owl, I'm gonna be bringing your brain in. Okay, green owl, you have some interesting imagery going on. So the song that I hear is Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. So in the background, like very subtly, is rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop. Mistletoe hung where you can see, every bubble tries to stop. I'm back. Sorry, the dude called. He says he's on his way home. Okay, so Green Owl. So it was like Rocking Around the Christmas Tree was playing. The like stereotypical gift was off to the side, so all I saw was like the stereotypical Christmas gift, you know, the gold wrapping, red bow. But then I saw this giant leaf. It was like a giant leaf with like a dagger laying on top of it, like a ceremonial dagger. I don't really see it like a plant cutting dagger. It was actually a very special looking dagger, like a pretty dagger, on top of this giant leaf, and it was like that was like floating around on your brain, but faintly in the background you hear Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, and then like to this side of your brain is like gift, so probably like Christmas on the Mind, obviously, or Yule. But yeah, but the main thing that was at the forefront was this dagger on top of this giant leaf, and it was like taking up the majority of rain, and it was like swirling on top. So I don't know, like maybe you could help me put that together. But yeah, so that was some interesting imagery. So yeah, so obviously you know, I could see the gift as like Yule, Christmas, holiday season, so obviously that's there. And the music, so that's probably like an obvious, but yeah, the big green leaf with the dagger on it, like floating around, not like, you know, like not, it's just beautiful, just like laying on top of a big beautiful green leaf. It's um just like swirling on top. So I don't know what that could really be a symbol of. Oh, okay, colors. So other than the gift being in the gold wrapping, red ribbon, and then you got the music playing. The dagger has a white handle, silver blade, intricately designed white handle, on a big green leaf, smooth green leaf. And then she said green, perfect. So yeah, it looked like a ceremonial dagger or something that, you know, we might use in our practice. So something like that, but it was pretty, on a pretty, presented prettily on a giant big smooth, you know, smooth edges, green leaf. Okay. All right. Max, I think, is next. Yes. Okay. Um Let me just resituate myself and grab some more tea. And I think ancient Chinese ivory. It's white, but, and it's white like ivory, but I didn't want to say ivory. I mean, it could be made of something else, but um but yeah, it's just it's white carved. Could be ivory, could be, I don't know. But it's white. Actually, it could be ivory. Yeah, just a white carved handle, silver blade. Not too big, but you know. Yeah, it's pretty though. Whatever I was saying, whatever that's a symbol of, it's pretty. uh, okay, so Maximilian, Green Owl said, "Thank you. You are welcome." Um, Hopefully, I didn't brain zap you too much. Okay. Okay, Max. Okay, Max. I'm gonna hold on to my Moldavite and Rhodochrosite for you, because I just need to. I think I just need to. My energy is like, whoo, getting all crazy right now. Okay, Max, what I'm getting from you is probably a little bit more serious. Um, okay, wherever this is taking place, it is cold. Like even like a little bit of, maybe a little bit of ice on the road. I don't really see a ton of snow, but there's a light dusting. Um, and I get the feeling that I'm in a really big squishy coat, like a big puffer coat. And I get that I was behind the wheel, um, and I got into um, a car accident. Um, so this could be like a fear of like getting into a car accident when it's like cold or something like that, or when there's snow or ice on the ground. Could not, maybe it's not like an actual car accident that you were in, but just like, I just see like like it was a minor car accident. Like I don't see anything too severe. Like and this could be something that plays in your head of like not wanting to be in a car accident, or maybe you were in a car accident, but it was um like for some reason like the jacket was so big and puffy that it almost like cushioned you when like so that you wouldn't hit the steering wheel. Like I feel like you were so like packed in the car with like this puffer jacket that it's like almost like kind of funny, but it's not. But it's like that you were kind of saved if you have this like giant puffer jacket. So like if this is like just something like a I don't want it to happen thing that's on your brain, because I don't really know the difference between in your guys' brains what's a symbol, what actually happened, what has happened, or what you don't want to happen, because these are just all your thoughts. So so it's like I don't know if that like crossed your brain of like, well, what if like I actually, you know, could this like save my life, this giant jacket in the event of a car crash? Or maybe you actually were in an accident, but it just seemed like it was a minor fender bender, like head-on collision, like headlight to headlight. All I see driver side to driver side. And it was like really cold. Or this is just something like you're like, maybe I don't want to drive when it's snowy, or I don't want to drive where it's icy because like I could get into an accident. So so Max, that's all I saw for you. Blah 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 blah. Okay, going back, Max said here, that's more like it. That was 2014. That's freaky. Please stop. Write my car off. I wasn't wearing it, and I put it on the wheel as the car was about to hit me. No rain. No, ran into my back driver's side. Wow. Whoa. Whoa. That's freaky. So for me, you know, so you said it hit you back driver's side, and I'm seeing it front driver's side. Maybe it's because when you can see it coming, like if you saw it coming in your rearview mirror, that's how I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it face on, whereas you said it hit behind you. So that would make total sense, because I have seen accidents in my rearview mirror before. So if somebody were to like see it through my eyes, it would be like I see the accident coming to me. So I guess your accident would be behind you, but I'm seeing it as if it was in front of you, but it's through your rearview mirror. I got a bigger car. No more small car. There you go. Okay, so that's obviously something. Okay, so you did see it in the rear view. So that's why I see it in front of you, is because you saw it in the rear view. So to me, that was like the front of the car when it was actually the back of the car. So I can't see that you were seeing it through the rear view. So hopefully everything was fine. You know, no major injuries or anything. I didn't feel like it was a super big accident. I'm afraid of drivers behind me. I get freaked out with drivers behind me, you know, but I could see you being a little bit traumatized from that. So yeah, I just, I guess, always give yourself a good distance, because, you know, people are dumb. They always like to follow too close. I hate when people do that. So Max, you're very welcome. So it's obviously something that's always on the brain. It's always in the back of your brain, you know, because that is scary. Even if somebody was just in a minor accident, an accident is an accident, is scary, you know, whether you're in a big accident or a small accident, like it's scary, you know. I had whiplash, but I was okay after a few weeks. Okay, so, you know, I'm glad it's, you know, I mean, whiplash ain't no thing, but, you know, I mean, it's not like it ain't no thing. You know, I've had whiplash before too, you know, I've been in an accident before. But it's, you know, at least, you know, it wasn't worse. So, okay. All right. Well, very interesting. I think that was everybody. I really enjoyed trying that out. You know, I've never, ever, ever done that before. So I thank you, each and every one of you that let me brain zap you. And hopefully, I don't know if that helps you in any way. You're very welcome. So like, you know, just maybe bringing stuff to the forefront for you guys, like even if it was just metaphor, maybe it was something that actually happened, just maybe you can like play with those thoughts for a little while, like how can I work on this stuff, or like what does it mean if she like picked up on this, you know, like is it something that I need to like work on more, or think about more, or, like what do we what do I need to do with this? So hopefully in some way it's gonna help you guys. Um, thanks, New Age. So, Angela said that was so awesome. Thank you. You are very welcome. Wow, like that was so cool. I really appreciate you guys allowing me to do that, because I don't because when I practice, usually with you guys are like friends, or even the dude or the cats. That's kind of like how I practice the stuff that I do, because I hate, like, I feel like it's a violation if I just like practice on somebody without their consent. Like if I see some random schmo on the street and I'm like trying to connect to their chakras, like I think that's a violation of somebody's privacy. It's like going up to somebody and it's like you're a hairstylist and you like just start styling somebody's hair without their permission. Like to me that's like violation. So I don't like to try anything on anybody that hasn't given me their permission. So hence why I'm always working with my friends and the kitties and you guys. Sherry Bug, I need some tarot cards for what to do with mine, but no time. Okay, so I'm gonna send you guys off now to have a wonderful Saturday. So I know everybody's got a lot of different stuff happening. We've got big exams going on. We have, admissions into college. We have things that kind of came up on our minds, that have always been at the back of our minds that maybe need a little bit of healing, car accidents and things like that. So let's make my goal through today's healing is I'm going to send healing to those things and love to those things. And because some of them are frantic, some of them are awesome, some of them are just stuff that's a little bit of trauma. So I'm going to send my energy that way, but I also would like my energy to go wherever you guys wish it to go. So if you would like to receive some of the healing, just mentally or verbally or in the comments, just say that you're open to it. If you want somebody else to receive it, just so that the energy's out there, you can verbally state it, you can like write it in the comments. Not really for me to see, but just so the energy's out there, so that you like type it out. It's like energy's out there. Yeah, and that's kind of where I will go. My bitch ass cousin in my head beating me with my wand. There you go. Okay, so here we go. Okay. Whew. So that was interesting. I actually, Loki is on the other side of the camera, behind the camera, and Wally's in his room, but I felt like my kitties were here with me, and like all these kitties, they were so cute, and it was like kitty power. I was sending you guys kitty power. That was so cute. And actually, while I was doing that, Sherry Bug, I was sending, obviously, good juju your way. to do well in the exams, but I felt an older presence with you, an older male presence, and he basically said that you got this, and he's a talker, you're a talker, you're gonna do okay, especially with those oral exams. It felt like he's helping you with the oral exams, whoever this older gentleman is, but I felt him right on your right shoulder, that he's right there with you. Whoever this man is, could be a spirit guide, could be one of your relatives, but he's got the gift of gab. So he's going to help you out with those oral exams. I feel really positively that you're going to be doing really well. And then New Age, sending lots and lots and lots of love to your son, and lots of, good stuff to your family, to all of you guys who, allowed me to tap into your minds. I try to send love and healing where healing was needed, and just peace. That's all I was trying to send, was like love and peace. And then the kitties showed up. So there you go. You got kitty power too. So yes, happy Saturday to everyone. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. So when the dude gets home, we're probably going to go off to those December nights, walk around, and then we have our shift where we're going to be selling gingerbread cookies tonight from 8 to 11 p.m. So I wish you guys a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for allowing me to try out brain zapping. We'll call it brain zapping with you guys. That was a lot of fun, and something that, I would like to meditate with later today and kind of figure out what more could I do to help people with this. And yeah, I will catch you all later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out. Bye guys, have a great weekend.